This is one of several tools developed to manage and improve efficiency on a dairy farm. We begin with the question, why are dairy cattle grouped in different ways across different production systems? A variety of answers might touch on topics concerning housing restraints, holding area capacity, or level of production, but this tool will likely change the way you think about grouping dairy cattle in the future. Navigation through this tool is straightforward. You can access each section by clicking one of 4 tabs at the top of the page. If you have questions about the tool and its operation, the Overview tab provides in-depth information and written instructions. To get started, we begin by entering information about corn and soybean meal. The parameters describing these two feeds are used to define overall feed prices in the tool. The percent crude protein, net energy of lactation in megacalories per pound, and dollars per unit of each can be changed to reflect current conditions. The box below shows calculated values of dollars per pound of crude protein and dollars per unit of energy. If you wish to change either of these values, you may do so by simply clicking the Edit button and entering a new value. It's important to note that values contained in this aqua-colored box will be used by the tool. Just below, you can enter the current milk price, you also have the option of using the existing cow file or entering your own. If you choose to upload your own cow file, the preloaded file serves as a visual reference of the proper format. Individual cow body weights will provide more accurate results. However, the tool uses benchmark values by default for added convenience. Uploading your own cow file is accomplished by clicking Browse, selecting the file from its destination on your computer, and clicking Upload. An indicator below shows which file is currently in use. The next step involves answering a series of questions arranged in a flowchart. Each question is answered by clicking Yes or No, and subsequent questions are determined by your answers. For purposes of illustration, I'll go through a scenario in which my farm feeds different diets to lactating cows, and another scenario where all lactating cows are fed one diet. Let's explore what happens if I respond yes to the first question. Before making a selection here, it's important to understand the different grouping systems this tool recognizes. The cluster method groups cows according to similar energy and crude protein requirements, while taking into account maximum production potential. Merit defines a group of cattle by taking into account fat-corrected milk and body weight. Days in milk defines a group of cattle by a similar number of days after calving. And fat-corrected milk defines a group of cattle by adjusting milk production to a standard level of 3.5% butterfat. For this example, I'll choose days in milk and hit Next. Regardless of which grouping criterion is selected, you need to select the number of groups you currently have, the number of groups you can handle, then enter the number of cows you can handle in each group. The last window shows the final inputs. Again, you're asked to enter a series of criteria which will help quantify changes in grouping. Simply enter your information into the boxes, then click the Analyze button to calculate the results. The bar graph at the top compares the annual net return realized under your current grouping system as compared to other grouping systems built into this tool. In this case, we see that the cluster criterion yields the highest annual net return. The table below gives further information regarding our results. We're presented with a detailed comparison between the different grouping systems based on the number of groups our farm can handle. Outputs include the number of cows in each group, net energy of lactation, crude protein, and income over feed cost. Additionally, we can compare the costs of extra management, milk loss, and savings realized from reduced use of feed additives. The last column shows what these changes equate to over the course of a year. Finally, you can click on any of these links to generate a list of cows in each management group. At the top of this page, we're shown the amounts of crude protein and net energy supplied by the different diets, as well as the cow IDs in each group. You can download this file into Microsoft Excel by clicking the button at the top. Now I'll jump back to the beginning of our flowchart and choose the opposite path. Again, we must select the number of groups our farm can handle and fill in the inputs below. And press the Analyze button, and we're led to the same type of analysis we saw before. Once again, the cluster grouping strategy is most profitable. For more information, including detailed instructions, and to access this tool, please visit the UW Dairy Management website.